What up, guys? How's it going? It has turned into winter again in Michigan. It was green grass. This is Michigan. It was green grass this morning, and now we've got snow. I get to shovel later. Hey, Donna, what's up? How's it going? Oh, Aisha. Hi, Aisha. What's up? What's up? I saw your comment. I was texting Melissa about it. I can totally channel like any kind of a third-party blocked energy. The way my intuition works and the tap-in I've got with God above, it's kit. It's basically like kit, so I can set the parameters to that. We can tap in or hack into any systems. So yeah, that's piece of cake. I can pop it in with your super chat. What up? How's it going, everybody? Donna, I like seeing the laughing emojis, Donna. That's good vibes. I like it. That's good. That's happy. That's happy, Donna. That's good. Hey, Stephanie. What up? What up? How you guys doing? Yeah, you got out of this state just in time. I'll tell you. No, you actually dealt with some snow too while you were up here. Yep, it happened again. It's Michigan. Hang on. Tomorrow it'll be in the 70s. We'll be fine. But it's cool. What's up, JM? No way. You did a super chat? Oh, dude, that's awesome. I love your screen name, too. The double M's and then the 3 2s. That is, like, cool. Hey, Laura. What up? What you up to? What you doing, Laura? All right, guys. Let's tap in and see what's going on. We're getting this down to a science so that I can be off by 5, give Mama T her medicine, and we can roll from there. Michelle Mabel, what's up? How you doing, girl? Sunday, montre, vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. What's up? Right girl in the house. How you doing, dear? What's happening on your end of the world? Hey, Brittany. What up? I'm liking the laughing emojis. Laughter is sometimes the best medicine. It's like I always say before you go to bed, put a pen in all that stuff because it'll all be there in the morning and you can get some good sleep. Little laughter makes the world go round, right? It's cool. Can I see if someone has done spell work in the reads? Yes, absolutely. I can tap in and see if somebody's done it. Like if somebody said it your way or your hubby's way or anything like that, totally. I can look to see or get confirmation. Bonus points if like you suspect who it is, because I can do a direct tap and see if it's them or see if it's somebody else. But yeah, piece of cake. I was just saying at the beginning, hey Randy, what up, brother? How you doing, good sir? Fist bump. Yep. My intuition and stuff works kind of like Kit from Knight Rider. So with the tap into God, I can just, set the parameters, hit a couple buttons. We can tap into that. We can block it. We can do the usual block on it where it'll drop down and then you just get the opposite in abundance. That's usually the default that I go with. If anything, if we ever find spellwork cast, that's usually what I do. The default is that that can just disappear off into the ethers and then the opposite of it comes in abundance. So piece of cake. You're a Libra, Sun, Virgo, rising. That's some good placements. Ooh, we got 2 Libras. Another Libra in the house. Melissa's a Libra too. Melissa's a September 25th Libra. That's awesome. Aries was good. Emil, thank you, sir. And thank you for the super chat. That's a generous donation too. Thank you so much for the confirmation. I do so much to disconnect from the readings. I mean, that's Archer versus me. So that helps because I'm sitting there as I'm reciting it like the speaker box. And I'm like, I'm not connecting. This doesn't make sense. There's nobody's going to watch this. So thank you. Oh, for sure. Yeah, we can do that. No problema. For sure, Aisha. We'll check into it. Gemini rising, Capricorn. Now that's a cool combo. You're totally cool and unique. Capricorn sun, Gemini rising. I do not know too many like that. I like those placements though. And with Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury, you've actually got some cool stuff going on. And then Saturn even hitting the 0-degree Aries. That's like a PowerPoint. Man, you could be like public speaking type vibes. Easy peasy. Aw, thanks, Michelle. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are a family. We are awesome. And we are growing so fast. It's so cool. I love hanging out with you guys. All right, let's do a little bit of reading. Hi, Queen R. What up, Rapunzel? I know I always just make that up, but it's cool. You've got a Sag stellium? Oh, I'm jealous. I've only got a Sag and Neptune. Oh, my goodness. That'd be so cool. A Sag stellium? That's got to be killer, isn't it? I'm still working on the Ireland trip. I'm not sure about coming in. Either this year or next year, maybe. It's on the bucket list. I have to come to Ireland. I cannot wait to get to Belfast and check that. I just want to check everything out, even the castles and the countryside. So beautiful. I want to get there. London. We've got to get to London and Liverpool. Got to get to Liverpool. I miss Nashville at the moment. All right. Totally, you gotta like always come across as a Sagittarius. Nobody ever probably guesses Capricorn right out of the gate. They're like, you gotta be a Sag. I can just see it. All right. Let's dig in and let's go to over here. There we go. We're in business. All right. Hey, Shells. What up, girl? How you doing? I got to remember to hop on. I got to get another journal book. I need another journal book. I got to run over and grab one of those. Okay. You guys ready? All right. Let's lead off with Monica. What's up, girl? How are you doing? Boom. Perfect. All right. I'm going to use the shadow deck. I want to get a little deeper on these ones. Okay. So we're going to use the shadow deck to dive in. All right. Let's see. Are they talking about snow in Nashville tomorrow? Seriously? No. God, why? I give you so much. No. Don't do that to Nashville. No. How are they going to film Nashville 911 if there's snow? That totally doesn't work. There, I might have helped. If no snow comes tomorrow, de nada. All right, Monica. You're at 6:06. Let's do this. How you doing? You all right? Okay. How will things unfold at my day job? We've been forced to work at the office. Also a bit drained. Okay, gotcha. Not sure how many managers see me. All right. You know what? Let's find out. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Give me a direction and a path for how things unfold in Monica's day job. 8 of Wands. This actually does lead you to getting back out. 3 of Swords. The Queen of Swords. So what's going on right now is the callback into work is an evaluation period, okay? Because it seems like somehow higher-ups in your industry, they're feeling or fearing a shutdown approaching. Maybe somebody in the high-ups is like fear that there's going to be another COVID shutdown in March. But so everybody was called back into work for evaluation periods where with the Queen of Swords, they're going to come around and do like that whole scene in The Office where the 2 Bobs show up. Now, they're doing it behind the scenes. Okay, they're not letting anybody know they're all being reviewed. And this is how they're going to decide who stays and who goes. And bonus points if some kind of a company party or a company meeting gets called, okay? Like we're going to have, well, in the car sales industry, this would be like we're going to have a pizza party, right? That sort of vibe. But then when everybody gets together for the pizza, that's when they hand out the pink slips. So you're going to be okay, though. With the Chariot, you get to either transfer or just go back to remote, okay? Could be like they put you in a status like essential worker vibes, but I see you survive through it. I don't see it. I see at least 4 people that don't. But so the managers, let me see how they view you, because I'm being told you wind up okay. You leave in the 3 of Cups, other people leave in the 4 of Cups. So let me see what's up on the managers, how they see you. The 3 of Pentacles, you're a hard worker. The Star card, even when you did work remote, you did more than anybody else. Most people did about half the workload at home you did, and then they slacked off because they were at home skylarking. All right? That's an Ireland thing. Skylarking, right? Okay, anyways. Right, Queen Rapunzel? Don't be skylarking. That's 5 pence off in the White Star Line, Harlan and Wolf handbook. Anyways, the High Priestess says they actually see you that you could elevate up through the ranks. They do want to keep you on board. It's like they don't know your behind the scenes stuff, or they know it and just integrate it together. But I see you moving and elevating up. You might even go into a remote manager or an area lead or a regional supervisor type of a vibe, if that's a thing and if you even want to do it. Because your other industries are still taking off in the Knight of Wands. You're a leader. Joshua, leader of faith in that one. And maybe it's something about the confidence you're gaining in your side hustle that actually is making you more confident in the workplace. And at the moment you're fearing that they're all judging everybody, when you're the one they see with 3 of Pentacles is the one to keep around because you actually do your job. So you're actually in much better shape than you think, okay? Oh, Page of Cups. That would definitely be the promotion offer in this case since it's a career reading. So yeah, you're okay, but there's a lot of people already on the chopping block, just so you know. Okay, Shelby. What's up, Shelby Music? All right, let's see. You're going to be at 9/11. Nice. I like that. That's a good timestamp and a really good angel number. All right, anything new with Michael in the energy check? All right, give me everything you got for Michael in the energy check. The 3 of Wands. You know Michael's been checking you out behind the scenes more. Justice card shows him trying to get his work together. He is actually successfully completing some shadow work. Justice card on the shadow card on this one, where he's getting to a point that he gets his emotions and his logics in check, his masculine and feminine energies, which is allowing him to mature up and be ready for a committed relationship. The 7 of Wands shows he's getting a few obstacles out of the way in order to go up against Goliath, which in his case is an ego death, which all it is just a humbling. Doesn't want to live the way he has been living. Wants to get serious about something with the 2 of Cups. Kind of wants to do it with you. The Hermit card, he's not telling you, is he? Check this out. Page of Swords to confirm that he still goes online and looks and gets stuff behind the scenes. Even when he's quiet, not watching you, he's doing a little bit of behind the scenes snooping into your stuff, even though with the Hermit card, it's actually part of his healing journey. So he is leveling up into an Emperor status. That's the confidence to approach and make a solid offer. You're pretty much off the market totally within the next 2 months. And it's not going to take so long for this, but if I look by March, I don't know why March energy is so strong right now, but by March, you don't even need to ask me about Michael because you're like, he's my man. I'm good. All right? So this could be a slow burn buildup over the next 2 months' time. You might hear from him before we even get to Aquarius season. All right? And then things start building back. Okay. Six of Pentacles. He is figuring out how to balance himself out. It's coming to the end of a breadcrumbing era in his life where he starts being more vulnerable in his communications to you. All right? Jersey girl, what up? Jersey girl, you are going to be, oh, thanks Shelby. Love you, girl. You're at 1111. Whoa, that's heavy. Oh, dude, that's a good timestamp. All right, Jersey girl, 1111. What is Derek going to offer me when he comes? Does he see a future? Literally, we're going to manifest this with you having an 1111 timestamp. Basically, what I tell you is what we're putting into the universe. God's like, I'm ready. Let's do it, Archer. Three of Pentacles. You got some good guardian angels assigned to you. You know that, Jersey girl? I really feel like I think he's got, not Michael, but I think he's got Gabriel on. I think he's got, for some reason, he's assigned Archangel Gabriel to help you through. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right, is he going to offer you a commitment when he comes? I have the 10 of Cups. So this says here that when he does come in, he's already dreaming and thinking of a family with you. He's had a dream where you guys are already together, you have children, and you are building Zachary and Elizabeth's future, okay? So the dreams that we are currently transmitting up to God in order to manifest and put into the universe for you is that he will be having a dream in the next 7 to 10 business days in which he's married to you, has a kid with you, and literally a scene that looks like this, and he wakes up out of it being like, I want that, okay? 2 of Wands, he wants that. Now, on this one, oh my God, I didn't even read all the way through the question. Does he see a future with us having kids? Yeah. It's like I read the question before I read the question. I love when you flex. Dude, that is so cool. Anyways, 2 of Wands on the 5 of Cups. All right? Yeah, he does see the future and everything with you because as he starts to grow into balancing both the emotional logics and he grows up a bit and matures, you're the only one that checks the boxes in his head for who would make a good long-term partner and a spouse and a mom. And he realizes the girls that he's dealt with before you and the peanut galleries and the others around him are not that good. Okay? So the dreams and that plant into him to make him see you as his kingdom spouse. All right? So apparently we have done, we're doing some manifesting right now. All right, let's see. Just got asked to Sag Extra for a commercial. Is it really? All right. It's a Screen Actors Guild role? All right, let's see. Doop. That means, oh man, that's a union. It's a union job, isn't it? Hang on, I got to switch over to the talkie box. So it's a union gig, isn't it? You had the, oh my gosh. When she had the dream that they had a daughter, could you check, did they have the dream at the same time? That'll let us establish what point in the timeline we're at. Yes or no? The Hermit card, he has not had the dream yet. You had the dream first. You approved the dream. We have to manifest it to him. I still need the 7 to 10 business days. Okay, that's cool. No problema. It's cool. It's literally like he might have a cold and needs a week off or something. Has he got a cold or something going on right now? Seasonal cold? It's a Minute Maid vodka punch. Minute Maid makes a vodka punch? Oh man, that's kind of neat. All right, hold on. Let's find out. And dude, okay. Audition for the principal. They want you for this. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see. That's a good gig. The Judgment card. Okay. Ace of Wands. They picked you because for the role on the part. Here's a compliment for you. They picked you for the role they did pick because you look younger than you are. So they typecast you in a younger role. You'd be the perfect adult to be cast as a high school kid. You know, I didn't hear, what? Huh? Okay, cool. Let me know when it's up. Okay, check this out. Page of Wands is the Knight of Cups. All right, so what you don't know is while you're there, some of the other actors have some other insights. You're not auditioning for just this part, this is going to get you cast into a series of commercials, okay? So if you're down with that, you could be the next Dos Equis girl, so to speak, or whatever direction you go. Oh, I knew it. See? So on this one here, some of the other actors will have inside legs for you, inside tracks, and you will walk out with at least one more part already secured, okay? This is a catapult point if you want to go in this direction, all right? Literally 10 years from now, when you're a star on a primetime show, and all of us are sitting here, remember when she was in that Minute Maid commercial? It's like Mikey Likes It. You're the Minute Maid girl, and you just build out from there. There will be some very neat contacts that you do not even know that are going to be there that will be there. All right? It's advancement if you would like it. This is nice vibes. I dig it for you. All right, let's see. Next up, let's see what we've got going in this one. It was for the hairdresser commercial, but you got the extra. God needs you there. God needs you to be the extra in this case. Think of this short-term extras role as a long-term part. Okay? That's sort of a vibe. I guess I went in a really exaggerated way of saying you're going to get discovered. Oh, I remember that. Hold on, let me check. Was this the thing I saw before in one of those other readings? Give me just a yes or no. The Devil. No, this is better. The Four of Pentacles. The direction you go now has more money involved. The first one I saw would have been a cheap roll. This one's straight up Four of Pentacles. And this one goes into, we would call it like a Ponzi scheme, in that you're in your version of the Mickey Mouse Club, so you're kind of guaranteed. And it's in Tampa. Oh, dude, tell Frankie, hey. I think you're going to dig it down there. All right, let's see. Who is next? We're going to do Yuki. How have you been? Hi, Yukahana. What up, girl? All right, check in. No interviews yet. Substitute and is that an internal? Oh, internal elf? Or elf? I don't have my glasses on. I should put my glasses on. All right. Switch over here. Let's put yours at 1721. All right, let's see what we've got. 1721. All right. Give me an update on interview statuses and callbacks, because I assumed that they would happen faster. And I know there's no time in tarot, so I need an adjustment on that. Give me a little more of a defined timeline, please. And then we have substitute and the thing I can't pronounce, Intelf. And if I just pronounce that right, that's impressive. All right, so let me see what we got cooking for you. The Four of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Justice card, and the Lovers. Okay, I'm actually being told on the substitute, good vibes, low pay, way to go. But now 4 Wands to the 7 of Cups, the timing on this here shows that before April 7th, okay? So we put it in at any point due to people leaving, changing, and enrollment and hiring times. The thing I can pull on it is that you have a job before April 7th, and that's like 3 months away. But it's any point between now and then. The Four of Wands, it tells me that you have already applied to the one you get. The Justice card and the Lovers card is where we go in the other direction on this one. That these are both very good options, okay? However, the substitute role, hold on, I'm going to switch back over to the screen real quick. Is it? I can't get it right. I can't pronounce it. I suck at English. Anyways, so now Intel, that's the one that there's more advancement in the substitute role. Justice. I think it applies more of your creative side. You might feel a little hemmed in, okay, at Intel. It's almost got the vibes that it's in whatever the name of the company was. Why are we doing Office Space stuff today? Anyways, that kind of thing. The first one is the side money in long term. That makes sense then. Hold on. Because on that Justice card, you go into the substituting, it's almost like tutoring, right? The thing is, it could always stay a side job. You might have a side income for you on top of the company name that I can't pronounce, but hold on. Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups, if you go a substitute right now while you wait for Intel to reply back, the thing is, this embraces your creativity side. And even once, remember I told you before April 7th, you do have a gig. It's almost like I'm being told go the substitute route to get some money to make it through for a few months, because then you get the one you really wanted to get because you've already applied for it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. It's almost like they're saying, well, if you go and get hired in over to Intel, that it's going to be like you're going to get stuck in one you're not a fan of versus a side job to make the bills until this one shows up. Okay. I just heard the energies on February 10th, which might narrow this down. So I want to see if I can get a card of like, if I kept hearing February 10th, because that's like when it happens. 7 of Wands. I'm told to, I'm actually told stand down. I have to actually leave it at April 7th, okay? Leo energy like comes in for the block, David and Goliath. It's like, don't get greedy, Archer. All right? So I think that's a bit on it. Okay, money's okay. Well, because the thing on it is, am I allowed to say this part? Okay, well, let's find out. I'll get shut up if I'm not allowed to. But the thing is, you could keep the substitute thing going as a side gig when the real job that you really wanted shows up. The Magician. I already said it, and he didn't stop me. 8 of Pentacles. It's good to work. And it helps you to help nurture the children of the future, too, so to speak. Ace of Wands. I think it's like you almost got a passion for being like a teacher. Like, maybe in the vibes that like when you were younger, you always like, even in school, you're like, I want to be a teacher when I grow up, even if it didn't happen or something. There's a passion inside you saying that that's a really, like you're really good at it, Yuki. I think you're really good at it. God thinks you're really good at it. Might make you a couple bucks to hide you over. I just feel like with the Judgment card on the Lovers, it's almost like inside your mind, you kind of like, I don't really want to go to Intech because, like Archer said, it gives off the Office Space vibes, but I'll do it if I have to. I need money or I need work, you know? But this seems like a way better bet. Judgment on the Lovers shows that you get into it and you might not like it. All right? I hope that helps. Okay, next up is, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that name to save my life. Could I, Yuki? Michelle. All right, let's see. Michelle, we're going to put you at 2151. Okay. Do. Okay, not about Anthony since we're not talking. Oh, fair. Sorry, Anthony. Anthony, do you know Brandon? No. All right, Anthony, since we're not talking. Career today, 10-4. All right, God, tap me in and fill me into career energy. Should I go into sterile processing, surgical tech, or baking? All right. Child dev seems done for me. That's okay. All right, let's see what's up. Child development has reached an impasse. Here we go. Anthony, Tony, Angela, the Page of Swords, the 4 of Wands, Justice. God agrees. Child development has ran its course for you. Page of Swords, the 4 of Wands. I'm being told that there's one you've already been looking into more, that you would find more deep or more involved, that you would like, and I keep leaning towards surgical tech. I really thought I was going to go towards baker. I'm like, she wants to open a cupcake shop, but I'm like, no, she's really good at that. Maybe it's something you've already been looking into or learning, but I'm being told surgical tech seems to be the best direction for you, that you might dig it. But on the 7 of Cups, it's like you got very good options across the board. For some reason, the processing I see you being bored with. Like I see you processing and being bored. But it's almost like maybe you're actually learning about baking or looking at keto and stuff online, or you just keep getting all that food stuff on TikTok. It ain't easy if it's cheesy, something like that. So it's like the guide's direction here is that you're supposed to look into going into surgical tech, but don't give up the baking thing, because you do still have the potential that you could go into that direction and even start a social media presence, or like I said, open something like a cupcake shop. Oh, see, I knew something about the processing part. I'm like, I'm bypass, skip that one. Bypass, that's a hospital joke. Anyways, but yeah, I'm being told like you can bake a lot. My friends are baking for. I could see that, like making cakes, even birthday cakes and stuff for everybody. You could actually make a really good presence that you could become, dude. Melissa showed me you can order a cake from a store in Tennessee and they ship it to Detroit, Michigan. Mind blown, right? You could literally get into both. It's almost like the cards are saying, hey, Michelle, don't give up on the baking thing, because it's kind of a cool direction. But surgical tech would actually be the biggest payout. And even long term, if you think about the benefits as far as insurance, health, and stuff like that, it is a good direction to go into. And then you can combine it, if you wish to travel, with like a traveler vibe. And then you can go from hospital to hospital in different places too. So there's some really neat variety. And that's why they're saying, but don't give up on the vibes. Oh my God, yeah. Ask Sunshine down in the chat. Yeah, she ordered a cake and it showed up here to this. She got it for Mama T for her birthday back in November. And it did another one when she came up here. I'm like, they literally ship a cake. You know, it's cool. But actually, yeah, what was the website for that, Melissa? like, Michelle could just go look at it and see how they do it. It's a cool idea, you know? But seriously. So it's like God's telling you, hey, don't give up on that little dream, because that side gig could become a long-term major thing, and that the surgical tech may be a means to an end without having to give up your passion. And you may get to transition later and do the baking full-time if you wanted to, you know? 9 of Pentacles. I do see you getting the surgical tech job. Look at you signing up and getting your handshake. Maybe a little nervous about like the courses or the training involved, but I'm seeing that it's a lot of general questioning that you can make it through the course. There may be funding because of your living situation or your family situation. There may be sources of funding for the classes and the courses that like could earn as you learn type of a vibe. So yeah. Dude, exactly. That's what the God above, because it's almost like you would feel bad if you didn't get to do that. You'd be bummed out, like the all work, no play make Michelle a dull girl. But like God's saying, you should nurture both. All right, next up is, we've got Tia V. Hi, Tia. What up, Tia V? How you and your Pisces doing? What you up to? Let's see. Let's put you at 2616. I kind of dig that timestamp, too. All right. You sent apartment and owners an email, okay, requesting they honor the original rate after they increased it significantly and unfairly. What's the outcome? Should I just stick to E at this point? Okay, I got you. Woo. Okay, let's see. The Emperor. Oh, man, they're going to pull a... I was hoping it wasn't going this way, Tia. Ugh. They're pulling a power move. They're going to come back and go, well, that's the rate it was set at when you... Well, from the time you applied to this is the rate that it came back at, and this is what it's set at. 2 of Cups. Page of Wands. I'm literally being told that if you tell them you can't do it, or that you'll go somewhere else, that they need the occupancy, like, it's like you guys are going to negotiate, because they just marked it up anyways. It's no different than the car industry. Once you get an approval on something and then you bump it, and say, whoop, though, the interest rate came back higher. That just pads finances pockets. Page of Wands is the 4 of Pentacles. The unfairly energy on this one and the increasements, they're going to try to counter it. And I'm being told you can stonewall them on this with the 2 of Cups. They need the rentals at this time. They had a lot of people vacate at the end of the year. You may have to stonewall and go, well, in that case, I can't afford it. I'm being told they need the occupancy. And that if you come back, nobody ever questions them. I had a few over the years that questioned me. They'd come back and they can't do it. And they would try to negotiate. Because apparently this person does not have, the leasing office doesn't, it's like just a dude. You know what I mean? Just like a guy renting his house, or is it an actual like a residential apartment community where they've got the realtor logo on their artwork in their leasing office? If there's no realtor logo, then he doesn't believe in FHA certs, which means there is no locked-in rate. Someone told me he lives there a bunch of people. I'm feeling it. I know it. He needs the rentals. So the thing on this is, if there is no realtor's logo in the leasing office, okay, then leasing agent is, yeah, I knew it. That's okay. It's cool. If he's got fair housing, then he can't do this. Straight up. It's a fair housing violation. But if there's no realtor and it's like no realtor's logo in the office where they don't comply and follow FHA, it has now become a used car negotiation where you can simply come back and go, well, that's cool. I can't afford it. Thanks for trying. I mean, you wanted to charge me $1,200 a month. I could have maybe afforded $1,300, but I got to go downstairs and get me a cold pop. But life going on. You can 2 of Cups stonewall them, and I see them actually caving and being like, they're gonna make you nervous, and well, let me see what I can do. I'll have to talk to my manager, and we'll call you back. Okay, it is fair housing. They got the logo. See, that's the thing. So the only thing they could possibly try on this one is that they're going to say, well, this is what the rate came back at, right? They're going to try to stonewall it. However, here's the thing. You can ask them, what day did you submit my application? If they do follow fair housing, they have to honor the rate at the day of submission, not the day of approval. It's submitted at the rate at that day based on daily market rate. So you can hit that one back when they try to bump the interest on the thing, basically, to make more loot off of you. All right? They're doing a tier bump. They're tier bumping you. Okay? And then they're going to try to use your credit history against you. But the thing is, they need occupancy. They're falling below their occupancy rates. Okay? So on that vibe with this Chariot, you'll break through that wall with the Emperor, and they'll cave. They'll keep you on tense, on hang, like on a string overnight. I gotta talk to my manager. I'll call you back. They'll call you the next day and go, okay, my manager said we're good. All right, was on the market for me to apply. See, that's the thing, is they're trying to get you applied on that market rate. They got to go from the day you applied. Whenever they submitted it, that's the lock-in. That's how it locks in the rate. All right, it's locked in from the day of that. So if they came back with a bump on it and they're trying to upcharge it, they can't change it from the date of submission. Whatever it was the day they submitted it, that's the one it stays at. Anything above that is a tier bump, and they're trying to make a couple bucks off of you. Those screens have editable boxes, so right. And then they're going to try to use your debt to income against you on it. You can actually totally stonewall them one time. I can't do it. They'll keep you waiting one more night overnight, call you back, and you'll be okay. All right. So they actually will. You'll get it back to the original rate. They're trying. Not saying that I ever did that, but they're trying to do that. Okay. What? Who said that? There's a reason I don't like property management. It still beats real estate. I do miss some of the property management. That one leasing manager I had, that Aries leasing manager, she was awesome. We had fun. It was cool times. Anyways, okay. Okay, let's see. Who is next? Wait. What is the outcome? Should I just stick to E at this point? I think you still get it. I think you still get it because deep down you really want it. Like, watch. Should you just stick at E? Should you just stick to E at this point? I don't think you should. 4 of Wands. Honestly, E would be the best bet. Queen of Swords. The problem with that one is the neighborhood, right? There's a lot of Ace of Wands in the community, a lot of fighting in the community with the Queen of Swords. Even though it's like, it's the easy way, the most rewards, you know, right? Being told the other direction still would still be what you would where you would like to be most. So basically what it's telling me, the path of least resistance is stay at E, but the rewards are worth it if you work with S, okay? Don't let a bad leasing agent spoil the whole soup. They may have a really good maintenance department. 3 of Wands. Yeah, see, look further down the road. I think you do still wind up in the other place. Okay? Okay, onward. Who is next? Where were we at? A girl in love. Okay, cool. Brandon. Hey, have you met Anthony? All right. Let's see. Girl, where do I want to put your timestamp? Let's do 3244. I kind of like that one. All right. Did Brandon not like Brandon? Did Brandon not like what we did when we met up? Trying to figure out why he didn't see me the next day. He gave an excuse and it was a lie. Okay, 10-4. Brandon. 6 of Swords. We got to see things from a different perspective outside of the box. The 4 of Wands, the High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. So he obviously didn't tell you he was broke as a joke, right? So the lie is whatever he was hiding, that he's broke as a joke, and that what he should have just told you he couldn't afford it. Because that's what the problem was. He's broke as a joke. Does he literally say that? Does he literally say that? Oh, I can't right now. I'm broke. Brandon. I don't know what he's up to. He's out buying like chocolate milk in the Kroger's or something. I don't know. Hold on. I need more than 6 of the Lovers. The Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Devil. The Devil's Lettuce. Did he spend all the money in the Devil's Lettuce? And so he really didn't have money to go out, so he lied to you that he was okay? He's lying that he's broke because he spent it on an obsession. Now, I'm not going to go... Now, I know Devil's Lettuce was where I intuitively went, but let's give him a pass. Maybe he really needed the most latest lightsaber or the most latest video game. I think he just spent the money in the wrong direction on an obsession. And that's the thing. All right, whatever his passion is, he went in the wrong direction. I got to ask what he lied about. Because that's what it is. 10 of Pentacles. He's like, I ain't got no money. I'm like, well, just tell her the truth. But he spent it on something stupid, right? Even he's realizing it because he's already in the buyer's remorse. That's why you didn't hear from him the next day. It's like when you try to take something back and they're like, sorry, you can't return it. So he's like, no, I need that money back like right now. They're like, sorry. It is, okay. 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. It's the career path. King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. I think with the way I'm pulling this energy and you letting me know that it's career issues, is he not telling you that he either already lost his job or he's on the hot seat? That's the vibes I'm going, where he spent all his money. Like, he figured he'd get another paycheck in 2 weeks, and all of a sudden now he's not getting another paycheck. Brandon. And it's just because he doesn't... Why doesn't he focus while he's at work? Is it because of this? Is he always online looking and buying stuff? Because the vibe on it is that he lied to you, and it was a bad lie. He should have just told the truth. And the truth on it is that he's having issues on pay. Oh, okay. So he's the one always worried about the status then. King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. He's got to learn how to tell the truth. He picked the dumbest thing he could to lie about. And even for me as a guy, looking at it from a guy's perspective, I'm like, oh, no, oops, crap. It's not a person. It's not a person. He's in the hot seat at work. He could be like, okay, he doesn't have the spending problem. So he's in the hot seat at work. There's no other third party in this one. Work is stressing him out because he's been getting in trouble. So he's fearful that he may not have a paycheck in the next week or two, and that locked him down because he's broke. Okay? Like, he gets all the money in the paycheck, he gets paid on a Friday, and by Sunday morning it's long gone, something like that. And he's like, no worries, I get paid next week. Except for some reason at work, he's got a fear that he's not getting paid next week. You would be fine. It's like, hey, Brandon, come closer, because I know you're snooping. Come here. The algorithm works in mysterious ways. Over at Brandon's YouTube, he's like, who's this goofball with tarot cards? Archer what now? Brandon, come here. Here's the thing. Girl in love, she actually has pizza left in her fridge, okay? You don't need to take her out. You could come over, she'll microwave the pizza, pop it in an air fryer, whatever, and then you guys can just hang out and have a good time, okay? It's not about polishing the outside of the cup, it's about the inside of the cup. So just so you know on this one, he's going to reach back out on Friday because he gets a paycheck, and all of a sudden this weekend he's going to be just fine, girl in love. That's the thing. So he's not lying to you about a third party. He's lying to you that he sucks at balancing a budget. That's the big part. He's not good at the budget and the money and the savings. Okay? So that's a big part of that. He'll come through this one. All right? No third party. He broke the joke. He can't entertain one option right now, let alone more than one. So no, you're in the clear on that one. It does. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give Brandon a point on this one. Brandon. I'm going to tell you what. The thing on this one is that he's had people in his life that really kind of make him feel like it's about what he does for them or buys for them. And that's why if he's never been with a girl that's like, just come over and see, he gets so weird about it. He doesn't know how to do that stuff. He's so used to people that are like, even on the way, he's like, well, that means I got to buy flowers and I got to pick up food and pop and drink and it's going to cost at least $100 and I got my fuel lights already on in the car. That sort of, and you're like, no, dude, I got like everything here covered. This is something to work with him on with that devil card because he likes you. Ace of Wands, his Ace of Wands is only for you. But he is just he's been so devalued by the people in his past that he thinks he's got to pull a bunch off to come in with a grand band and all that stuff. And you don't need that. He's gonna work through that part. This is the part I'll give him credit for. I still think he might have spent some money on the devil's lettuce. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay? I'm not calling him out on it, but I have a feeling he might sneak a toke. That's going to be all. You know, you wonder what Brandon's doing in the garage at night for 20, 30 minutes. It might be his decompression time. I don't know. So, see, and now he's all awkward because he's like, I can't bring you over $100 worth of stuff. And you're like, I don't need $100 worth of stuff. He's going to learn that. You're going to have to kind of teach him a little bit to be like, I don't care if just come on over, Matt. Just come over. All right? It's an adaptable adjustment period. He is very used to women using them. That's all. But you guys will grow through it. The rest of it is still Brandon, but the Brandon is starting to like tone down a little bit. He's learning. All right, girl in love. I'm not sure how old you are, but it could be like, yeah, like here's Virgo said. Dave's not here, man. Open the doors, Dave. I got the stuff, man. Dave's not here. He might a little bit. Yep, Michelle. Brandon's a good person. He's just he might be a little bit. Anyways. I'm not accusing him of anything. All right, I'm just observing the energies I see. Anyways, okay, what up, Brittany? Will you CB when you go to Puerto Rico? Ooh, Puerto Rico. Let's see what's up. Okay, doobie-doobie-doo. 3944 is going to be your timestamp. Let's see what we got for you, Brittany. All right, will Brittany get to CB when Brittany goes to Puerto Rico? You CB when you go to Puerto Rico. Ace of Cups, the King of Swords, the Three of Swords on the Ten of Swords. Why are you so nervous about it? Because it's already happening. Here's the thing. You think that B has something else going on when he doesn't. B is actually going for the same reason you are. This is weird. It's like it's a divorce cruise. This is where everybody who has finally burnt old contracts goes on a cruise to party or something. But in the energies on the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, what I'm seeing for here is that you guys do meet, but it's a very awkward circumstance. Like, you round the corner at just the wrong time and see him talking to other people, and it creates a tension between the two of you guys when it's a misunderstood circumstance. Because with the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords, this is like a new start for you two. All right, so I do see it at a vibe that you are supposed to bump into him. That's the whole reason that you do. Way to go. You do, like, the whole thing guiding you to go is the same reason that B is getting guided to go. All right? Because neither of you guys would actually have, you guys have so much going on, right? So you guys never figured out a way to make time to coexist. All right? So on your side of the fence, God's guiding you and pushing you to go. On B's side of the fence, same thing. There's already stuff going on behind the scenes serendipitously to make sure you guys both wind up in Puerto Rico on the corner at the same time. If that makes sense, okay? Bonus points for the music cruise vibes. Put in the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Told you, God is lining all this up here in the real world to get you guys together. So yes, definitely for sure. And it might even be later in the trip with all those swords energies where at first it's like, oh, I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to happen. But then it does. Okay? Let's see. Pop. Where are we at? Rohama, right? Hi, Rohama. What up? How you doing, girl? Let's see where we're at. Okay. That would explain the 13 swords. It's actually, the whole reason you're going on the trip is to see B. I don't know if I was supposed to tell you that or not, but God didn't shut me up, so apparently I'm supposed to tell you that. All right. Enjoy yourself. It's going to be a good time. Doobie-doobie-doo. Let's put Rohama, let's put you at 4217. All right. Been feeling extra lonely. Okay, I like being on my own, but this one's scaring me. Why? Do I have two guys romantically in my energy? Saw Caden twice in my dreams and want to know his current feelings. All right, let's see what's up. Four Swords. Ace of Wands reversed. Here's the thing on it. You're like in a sad isolation phase when your energetical makeup is saying that you're not supposed to be there, and that's why it's got you feeling extra lonely. It is really trying to push you out of your comfort zone and get you to break out. With the Lover's card, the shadow. This is your shadow card. You're an introverted extrovert, Rohama. That's the reason that you're feeling the extra lonely. God is energetically. Don't take this the wrong way. Energetically, you're just being backed into a corner. Because you don't want to stay home. You don't want to be cooped up anymore. But yet, it's like you're fighting it, type of a vibe. We always get tested this hardest. God is pushing you to break out, to get out and do stuff, right? It could be as far as something like you aren't getting enough sunlight, right? That sort of a vibe. Vitamin D issues, stuff like that, you know? But the shadow work, part of your shadow work in this one is not to isolate and get down. And this can be a lot of work, along with forgiving that person from the past. The very first person, the one we've talked about in previous readings, the one that goes way back when you were younger, there's a lot of stuff you still carry with you. Remember, those people from the past, including even, the guy that we don't remember, that guy, you know, the one that was always locked down in work, felt like he was working in a jail or something like that. That's all that stuff. It's not about forgiving them for what they did to you, all of those people. It's about being able to move forward without letting it affect you. That's why God's pushing you into a lot of old memories, a lot of nostalgia, is giving you the opportunity to break out of that. And the more that you resist breaking out and overcoming it, the more it'll fight. That's what it is. Because it's not about forgiving those people from the past and what they did to you. It's about having the willpower and the strength to overcome that when it approaches. Okay? So that's the big reason like this. You do have more than one person in your energy. However, they are not people that are wanting to return. They're those past energies you're calling in, the ones that you still carry the burdens of what they did to you, okay? It's the energies of that. Now, on the Caden side, Three of Cups. There is still something rather successful between the two of you guys, okay? Because it feels almost like he started making posts about you. Maybe a little bit of the time apart has caused him to start changing his mind. Temperance card and the Hierophant. If you haven't been unblocked, you're going to be, okay? Six of Pentacles to the Emperor card is that his lives aren't the same without you around, okay? You guys both kind of miss each other's energies. That's the point where it starts to restore. That's why you're starting to have dreams. He's having dreams too. And that's what's leading to the point of like, man, I really miss it. It was good times when Rohama was here. So if he hasn't already unblocked you, it's letting you know he's getting ready to. The Nine of Wands, there's the unblock. I mean, normally it's an apology, but this is the unblock to King of Pentacles to let you know he's starting to grow up and putting those old player energy vibes behind him, okay? So the rewards for you not giving up even when you feel this most down and trying to persevere and push through it is that it is attracting Caden back in. It's bringing you to the end of the lonely phase. Even if you just go outside and go for a little walk, it's baby steps, right? Where you just start overcoming it so that it's not so much about controlling the emotions when they come in as opposed to embracing them when they come in. You fight crying so hard. Instead of just being like, you know what, I'm gonna go hide for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna let this out and then breathe through it. You keep being like, don't let him see you upset. Just don't. Just make a bad post. Just do something else. No. You actually need to take a few minutes, Rohama, and have yourself a good cry. Everybody, I'm a grown man. I have moments I cry. You sit there with an ICU doctor telling you your mom's gonna die, you know, right? I'm a grown man. I went and had a good cry. I went right down out in the elevator. I went out into the Jeep. I sat down there and I bawled my grown man eyes out. And then I got myself together. It helps because you express the emotions instead of building up. It exhausts them out, right? And then I was able to stop, gather myself, and go back in. If you can continue through that test and not allow it to overwhelm you too much when you get feeling too lonely, that you go introverted and just keep it bottled up, you'll pass the test. Caden's already getting interested again. How could he not? You're a Sagittarius, right? Hang in there. You're nearing the end of a long and winding road. It could even be by the time the next new moon phase happens. And I think that's Sunday. I think the new moon in Capricorn happens on Sunday. All right. So you're nearing the very end of a long, stressful period of your life. Okay. I hope that helps. Now I'm going to see what his current feelings are real quick, hidden behind the moon card. Because if he's already got you unblocked, he's already getting curious. He's got feelings. You're a Sagittarius. He's totally got feelings. The Magician card. He sees you as the one that, like, through the hurricane of the storm of the frenzy that is his life, you're the one that parts the ways. You're that little bit of a light in an energetical storm. Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. He is currently working on processing the feelings of what it's like to be in love with someone. You're starting to elevate above the peanut gallery, and that he's like, Rohama is different, okay? That's what's getting him into that energy of wanting to actually work on things with you. Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. It's not over. And even something you forgot about, that possibility of having to come over here to the US, Canada area for like some kind of on a visa status for family stuff. God is wanting to let you know, hey, Rohama, it's still in the works, Page of Pentacles. That's not over yet, you know. Four of Cups, you're like, yeah, it never happened. I just didn't want to tell Archer. And God's like, no, it just hasn't happened yet. That's a big logistical change, and a lot of shifts in world things and free will plays have to happen. It will still happen with the Fool card. Rest assured, you are still coming to the energy of a whole new life. It's just a massive change, and it does take a little longer than what any of us would hope for, especially when you're going through something like this. But the rewards of it are epic, all right? So I hope that helps, girl. Spinny hugs, too, all right? It's going to be okay. Rohama. Let's see what's up for, is that Rohama? Yeah, you're good. Okay, cool. Randy, what up, brother? All right, Randy, you are going to be at 49.19. Melissa, Cappy Goat, thank you so much, too, for everything you guys do on the channel. You guys are awesome sauce. All the mods are great. And Cappy, you, Melissa, the way you show up, though, amazing. You're welcome. You got it, Rohama. No worries. All right, Randy, you're at 49.33. Let's see where this goes. All right, the Aries is all up in your energy, and it's like you'll go 3 steps forward with the Sag and then being pulled back to the Aries. Is she still confused? All right, let me see what's up. Seven of Cups, that would be confusion. And the reason that you're still connected in under the Aries energy on this one is because the guardian angels are actually keeping you together. The Sagittarius might be okay, don't shoot the messenger. I am using the shadow deck too. The Sagittarius in and out energy could be a little fun and actually does start going somewhere because that timeline still exists where she wants to break free from the family, come your way for the change, you know? However, let's say it actually did happen as we were predicting. I'm still being told that you and the Aries actually do wind up working things out. Sagittarius would only be a placeholder. That's the thing. However, you would be in a relationship with the Sagittarius for a good 8 to 12 months. The Aries has much work to do. The Aries is in a rather stubborn energy as well, where the Aries thinks they can do no wrong. This one's going to take them a minute to work through. The stubborn is strong with the Aries. Okay, Aries does, but it's not anytime soon. That's why Sag is in your life. And here's the thing. You're like, Archer, I would never do that. I cannot just go pick up a woman temporary. It's a rebound. Here's the thing. You actually take off. You forget about the Aries, but the Sagittarius leaves you. And you actually wind up almost back in the similar energy. Okay? Not where you're worried about like the Sagittarius' energy. However, the Sag would end things and you'd feel relieved on this cycle. And right around that time, Aries would reach out. Okay? So anything that proceeds forward with the Sagittarius will be a lesson to fill the time while Aries gets themselves together. It's a form of a karmic reward for you for what Aries put you through while Aries 5 of Wands. There's a bunch of lessons there, right? And that's why it takes so much time and so much work on this one. The Aries, yeah, King of Pentacles. The Aries is working on achieving emotional maturity. Judgment card to the 5 of Pentacles with the Star card. Aries does start seeing the light during Aquarius season and starts working on it due to mental health and stress conditions that through the courses of therapies and such that she actually thinks she's going to get better. Therapy is the latest in thing, right? Maybe she sees too many commercials for Mental Health Awareness Month and then all of a sudden decides to make it a personal vendetta. That's really you doing it for the wrong reasons, but it's fine because it actually is what leads her to a form of spiritual judgment looking inward in order to start things back up with you. But the slow progression through that therapy and everything is what I could see it taking darn near like 6 to 8 months for Aries to really pull the act together, right? Sagittarius and it would be a very interesting connection, almost to the point that you would want to stick with it. However, Sagittarius will be ushered out of your life at just the right time for Aries and you to work out. 4 of Wands, that's the rewards. Page of Swords. Still confused, still social media stalks you too. It's like she controls you with the silence still, and she's having a really hard time figuring out how you might have moved on. All right, neither of you guys have moved on. That's the thing. Yeah, 2 of Cups. All right, so I hope that helps. Either one of you guys could go in 20 different directions, get in 20 different relationships. The end game, you guys both still wind up back together, and you live out your lives. It's cool, but you don't have to be all alone if you don't want to until then. All right. Oh, hey, Jam. What's up? All right, what you don't see coming in love. All right, I got you. All right, let's see. 5311. All right, let's see. All right. All right, let's see what we got for you. Do I have to step away for a few minutes? Don't want to miss. Oh, we're up to you now. All right, so what you don't see coming in love. All right, let's go for it. All right, let's see. What you don't see coming is them overcoming the addiction in order to come your way. Like, I'm not sure what it was they were getting involved with. I think it was more about the anger, the attachment, because this person's rather avoidant. I don't want to say that they're indulging in any kind of an addiction or something, and other the avoidant energies, and that they're so scared of moving forward that they have a hard time with coming to terms with it. So what they're going through right now during Capricorn season is a bit of like a maturing, because they can't keep breadcrumbing. How they go from breadcrumbing to gaslighting, from breadcrumbing to gaslighting, and leaving you confused. They're coming through that and getting ready to prepare to come out as a walking green flag, okay? So you may not know this because they've been kind of like hiding out behind the scenes. They haven't made an approach yet with the 8 of Swords. They're still a little like emotionally tied, okay? 10 of Cups, but they're realizing what they need to overcome to come your way. And they can't stop like blaming everybody else, all right? So this might be something like that. Is it the one that JMM is thinking it is? Give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no if JMM's tuned in. 3 of Wands. That's a yes. The distance is being overcome too. You guys live a little further apart? Like a digital thing or something? But I do have a yes on this. Aries energy for the lead. I really think well before Aries season, this thing could take off, okay? Next 3 weeks to 3 months, all right? On that Seven of Swords coming in, that's the avoidant energy they have to come through, all right? So it's not, then it's just a little emotional distance that they got to close. That's what I was trying to figure out. Is it physical? Or with the Aries, is it just the emotional distance? Eight of Wands, they're going to close the emotional distance. Eight of Wands to the Chariot so that this can move forward. All right? They're finally with that Chariot coming unstuck from the energy that had them all stuck. All right? So I hope that helps. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Let's see. Next up is going to be Sage Moon Gem. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, let's see, 427. Cool, we're covered. To keep peace for everybody, right? We always choose peace. No need to fight or anything down in the chat. Just Angie will be the last one. If anybody else comes into Just Angie, because I do have a ticker scrolling across the bottom. So, but you guys post those super chats, which means you really definitely need help answering it. And the mod squads, they're just doing their jobs and protecting and looking out for us. We're all a family. We all choose peace here. So we're going to go up to Just Angie, all right? You guys work hard for your money. Times are tight. Economies are rough. And I love keeping peace in the family. All right? So I got you guys covered. All right. So let's rock and roll. Doobie-doo-doo-doo. So next up is Sage Moon. All right. Sage Moon, we're going to put you at 5642. All right. Let's dig in. 642. Sage Moon Gem. Let's see. Ours current feelings and next actions. Hi. What's up? Spinny hugs too, by the way. All right. Ours current feelings and next actions. The Hanged Man, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Ooh. He's not entertaining any other options. Okay. The Ace of Wands reversed. This is telling me, especially when this energy should be upright, is that right now he's feeling a little nervous or insecure. His confidence is a little stricken. His Ace of Wands is not in the upright. So he's a little shy and a little nervous. Those are his feelings. All right. The Hanged Man to the Nine of Pentacles is that he feels like you're in a single vibe. All right. So he's trying to suss you out because it almost feels like he feels like you're distant on something. All right. But in the Nine of Cups, I'm being told you guys are fine in this vibe where you're going. Like nobody else has come into it. It's just the insecurities that are starting to breach and come to the surface. The next actions, though, with the Knight of Pentacles, which have taken a long time to happen, I feel like it starts to take back off. So let me see. What are the next actions side? Ace of Swords. I hate text. Let me switch back over to this. I think like on this vibe here, what's going to happen is that he opens up. Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups. You've got him transitioning into a stage of becoming more vulnerable and like actually sending you cute pictures, cute memes, emojis. It's going to come out of the blue, out of nowhere. It's a sudden change or a sudden transformation because his feelings are getting deeper. The more you keep praying for him, the power of quantum prayer is working. You're manifesting it to happen. So he can't get you off his mind through that stage. So I do see in the Ten of Cups, the Sun card. It's going to work out and you can rest assured there's nobody else. Think more happily. Three of Swords. Nothing to worry about here. It's a good Three of Swords. Okay? So the distance and the stuff going on might be just some energies in his personal life combined with he stresses himself too thin and he can't keep going on just like 3 hours of sleep, coffee and a cigarette or whatever the version is, right? He's trying to live on Red Bulls type of a vibe. So that's where the distance comes in at this moment because he's like, he's stretching himself out too much. Okay? So I hope that helps. All right. Hold on, I'm getting it to scroll. There we go. All right. Boom. Okay, Stephanie. Let's see. Stephanie, let's put you at 5924. All right, let's see. What does Stephanie need to know right now? What does Stephanie need to know right now? What does Stephanie need to know right now? The Eight of Wands, the King of Swords. If you've been wanting to move because like the area is not the same anymore, I see the options or the potentials coming in. It's like you maybe get a new apartment or get relocated for work, but I see movement or changes because it's like the area's just kind of worn itself out. But it's almost like you're trying to decide if you can afford it or if it'll work or if you can leave the area. But the Fool card shows a new start coming in for you. So if you are considering it, even if it's a relocation for work, it may be something that comes in for you. Okay? Now, let me see what we got cooking in the love home front. Cooking in love home front. We got the Two of Swords. Oh, your person's going through a little bit of their gauntlet test. They're just about finished leveling up and coming out of a very stubborn energy. And they're getting ready to move forward. Six of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. They've been moving slow. But Six of Cups shows them coming back in the reverse. In other words, they're like in that 180 energy. So the results of the test that they're going through is actually going to bring them back your way with the Strength card. They're like unsticking out of their stubborn energy and realizing that they had stuff to come in, okay? The Changed States coming out right out of the gate shows me that you will like it if you go there. I don't know if changing states brings you closer to this other person, but it actually seems like it works out where even the change works in the love life too. It's with the Knight of Swords here that God is trying to line all that up for you too. So it is like even the stuff you're thinking about doing is starting to bring you guys closer together. All right, hope that helps. Maybe the move is what gets him to light. I think that move might be what gets him to light his fire. Let me see. Ace of Wands, confirmed. So somehow he finds out that you're going to move or you're making the move, and it goes into the Hallmark movie scene where he has to rush to the airport and get to the gate before you board the plane. Don't go, don't go. All right? So that's the thing. He just keeps getting choked up. See? I think that's what lights the fire with Ace of Wands. He's like, what? Oh, man. I think he thought you'd never move. I think he's like, oh, she'll be here forever. Wait, she's leaving the state? Hold on, no, that can't happen. That's a complete derailment in my plan. And then it gets him to go. All right. Let's see. Aisha, what's up, Aisha? Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Current energy is your Cancer getting jealous. Let me see. Cancers don't usually get jealous. Ace of Swords reversed. No, not jealous, but he's not talking. The Lover's card, the Hermit card, the Two of Wands to the World card. Okay, what we've got going on here right now is the responsibilities of taking on the full role has got him retracting, going into a shell. He's getting a little overwhelmed with stuff. Like, it's just the processing. He must have some Gemini vibes, or he's a Gemini cusper, because it's like he needs to learn the power of pause. All right, as soon as these energies come at him, he gets very intense about it, and then he shuts up and locks down. All right, instead of like taking that moment to reflect when it happens. All right, so because of the stuff he's stressing through, that's what this is. It's the adjustment period, okay? It's not a form of regret or remorse for it. It's the fact that it's a major life change. And there's still that adjustment period. You guys are still getting into that vibe. No jealousy. I just pull quieted, like you know how he was before? Maybe he was a little more hot-headed, but he's a little more awoke and elevated, and you're like, man, when he used to be quiet, nothing good was going to happen. Now he's actually just being quiet as he processes through. He has achieved a little bit of emotional intelligence since before, so it's not the jealous vibes. Yeah, what I'm seeing on this, it's a little bit more of him just quietly adjusting to some of the changes in life when you guys coexist like this, okay? Now, let me see what's up with the spell work vibes, too. I remember you asking about that. Remember, you guys got married, even when there is quiet times, that the one you marry is the one that you know you guys can sit on the couch all night, not say one word, but you're cool. Or maybe you don't say goodnight when you go to bed one night because you guys are tired, right? And it's like, oh, he forgot to say I love you this. Oh my gosh, he used to use this red emoji, now she uses this emoji. And like, you guys both kind of do it because it's like, this is awkward, did things change? No, you guys are actually so comfortable that even in the silence with the Hermit card, you guys can just hang. One of you guys in one room, one of you guys in the other, but there's actually comfortness happening in knowing that you guys are both not going anywhere, okay? So now let me see what's up with the spell work. Let me see what else is coming your way if we can confirm it. Oh, no problem. The X, okay, let's see. There we go, thank you, thank you. 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles into the Empress. I'll be darned. This is where you're feeling the jealous vibes. You called it. It is. The ex can't believe that he moved on and picked you. The ex is like, oh no, I think it's the Cancer reading, Aisha, where his ex is like, wait, no. No, you were supposed to wait for me to not make a decision forever. Because that ex kept him on the hook so long that he finally was like, you know what? Bye, Felicia. I'm going to see Aisha. Oh, that rhymes. That was cool. Anyways, the thing on that is that crazy ex is the one that is casting out spell work. Even if she doesn't have a clue how spell work works or doesn't know what it is, just her jealousy energy coming out there can manifest a devil who's like, I'll take this on. I got nothing to do. She knows. She knows. And that's the thing on this one. But in the Empress, we've got protection. Mother Mary wants to step in on this one. So we will pray it away to block it on you. Okay? Because no, it's totally the vibes right there. That is exactly what it is. The female voice you hear, I think we've talked to that before. I think we've figured out that you do talk right to Mary. Right? Because that's where we're going on this one. No, the spell work is not being cast on you. You're the fallout energy. She's casting jealousy towards him. And therefore, because of that, it attempts to derail this. Okay? She's not in contact with him. It's spell work. It's magic. It's just the stuff she's saying over there is causing this. Okay? We do got to block it and pray it away, though, to give you a green of wands on this. So the reason you're there is because she's hoping that his life sucks and trying to, like, yuck, right? So that energy, if it comes through, that energy will start to cause you guys to have issues. And you're feeling like there's jealousy. There is, from the ex. Okay, so piece of cake, no problema. Mother Mary, we reach out and ask to you in this time to protect Aisha and her husband from the ex's evil jealousy work. Going forward, Aisha will no longer feel jealous energies by tomorrow morning, and any of the spell work from the crazy ex that's being cast this way falls off into the ethers, and in return, her Cancerian opens up, trusts her, and is more vulnerable to her sevenfold from the opposite. All right, that way the ex gets to watch it happen. That's the ex's karma for never being able to make a decision. All right, she'll be just fine. The ex will actually, I'm being told to tell you from Mary, the ex will not learn this lesson in this lifetime. The ex is going to have to repeat this lesson. The ex is too stubborn. Okay, so that's why it's at this point. Anyways, meanwhile, back to your prayer. Please and thank you. Amen. Okay, you're covered. That I could see. You're picking up on the jealous energy that's bleeding out. That totally. All right. Next up is gonna be Anna. What up, Anna? All right. Let's see. You're gonna be at 10727. Anna. Let's see. Will I hear from Kathy A this week and meet and talk about a future together? Ooh. All right. Give me. Hold it. A card flipped. Hold on. 6 of Cups. Okay, we're starting rough draft, which is telling me before Scorpio season. There's no way I'm going to make you wait that long. All right, so let's give more. 6 of Cups. He has been thinking about you, feeling a little nostalgic. Children might be a factor. Strength card, Knight of Swords, Shadow card. Oh, okay. I get it. Now I got a better timeline. I am being told that it may not be this week, but possibly... Wait, hold on. We're at the 14th. Might be next week. By Aquarius season, you have this locked down, okay? So what I think happens on this one is for some reason this weekend, gets tied up with something, like a family-related thing or a work-related thing, okay? And can't pull it off this weekend. And it gets delayed just around the time that we get to the entering into Aquarius season. That's the one. So for some reason, I feel like if you were willing to say next, like the 24th, 25th, as opposed to 17th and 18th, I could take you from like a 67% chance that, yep, it'll happen, to an 88% chance. It is a much better if you've got that extra week to give, because the shadow work, he's still running the test, the gauntlet. He hasn't quite gotten it past yet. He's not ready to fully go all in. That might be why it's like just a little bit more time's needed. Well, he kind of gets himself in check and put together, okay? So I hope that helps. Now, I want to know more about the future together, because that is part of the shadow work, because he wasn't ready for a future with anyone. But now he's going to get ready for a future. Queen of Cups. It was a lesson in real love. He never understood it. 5 of Pentacles. Never understood it. Might even affected his mental health. Taurus energy comes in. And that Hermit card. I really think that's a little bit of what happens in this one. It's just that he really needed some time to learn what real love is all about. All right? And that's the direction he goes. That brings him your way, too. First communication will be in the next, it's okay, you do get, like, it's the distance in it. I think in the next 4 days you get a message. he might actually come clean about it and just not be able to come in until the following weekend. Okay? But the future I see on this one, it's about learning in real love. And that's why you guys are still with each other, because you're the only one that's ever shown him real love. And he'll follow it, you know? Okay, energy check for Shells. What up, Shell Bell? All right, let's see. You are at 110. Well, that's a nice even timestamp. All right, energy check. What does Shell need to know right now? What does Shelley need to know right now? Ooh. Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords. The one that has been testing your patience about getting something lined up and balanced out with that Tower card, the one that's been frustrating you, might not even be your person. I think this is revolving around some kind of personal business of yours that's been frustrating you. I actually see that getting ironed out and completed, where something gets like wiped off or cleared out or checked out or like reconciled, okay? Now, I'm going to tap in on the Ten of Swords here and see what's up in the love department. Let's just take a peek. Knight of Wands, the World card, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, right now your person is going through a lesson in breadcrumbing. All right, that's why they haven't reached out just yet, because they have to come in correct. They still have a slight bit of breadcrumbing energies, okay? They blow off people around them instead of taking a minute to actually listen and respond. Give them a little bit of time to go through that. That could need another 6 to 10 days or so. Might be another week or two. Seems like Aquarius season gets more transformative. Anything else cooking for Shell? Four of Pentacles. Hang tight. The depression will go away and you'll come back into a Ten of Cups, okay? By the weekend, you'll start feeling better. I think you're experiencing like a bit of the Schumann energies, especially if you feel like you hear bumps or things moving, like almost like the house shakes. It's just a little bit of a timeline jump, like a blackout on the Schumann scale. You give that through the weekend and you're going to feel a little bit better, all right? That Five of Cups to the Ten of Cups. Almost feeling like it's not even worth it anymore. What should I do? You get renewed and restored going hard. So you only got to be like, it's telling me you only got to be in like a depressed state for maybe about, what are we at? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like 3 or 4 more days. If you've been asking lately, when is this ever going to get any better? 3 to 4 days. Okay? Hope that helps. Two of Pentacles. The first decision is the right decision. Cool. Okay. Next up is Donna. Let's see what we got for you, Donna. How does Scott feel about you? Okay, girl, let's see what we got. All right, Donna, you're going to be at 112.12. Ooh, that's a cool timestamp. All right, let's see. How does Scott feel about Donna? How does Scott feel about Donna? Thank you. Ace of Wands reversed. Page of Cups, the High Priestess, the King of Swords. Right now he feels like he failed you or let you down. Page of Cups into the High Priestess. Behind the scenes, somebody read him the right act. It's either a family member or a friend, or he's received karma for what he did. That Ace of Wands upside down shows that he's figured out he can't move on without you. And in the Page of Cups to the High Priestess, he made the wrong decision, the King of Swords, right? And he's cutting that bad decision out to come back, but he can't figure out how to ask you for forgiveness right now. He cut out a bad energy at the end of 2025. The problem is he open mouth and inserted foot with you, and he's unsure of how to make things work and clear it up at this time, okay? That's why he really feels like he's failed you or let you down. You might be the reason he starts to actually be like, please, God, just let things work out with me and Donna. And God's like, oh my God, he hasn't used those. Oh, wait, no, wait. God would say, oh my me. He hasn't used 2 of those words together in forever. All right? So it is a little bit of that comes in. All right? The Tower card. He's experiencing a shift in his energy. Knight of Wands to the World card that allows him to cut out the player vibes on the way and come back as the leader of faith. He's going to turn into a walking green flag. All right? It was like he experienced an ego death at the end of 2025, and now coming into the 2026 energies are changing him. All right? And he's also going to stop making excuses. That's a big part on this one. Because he ran out of excuses. He goes quiet, distance, cold, gone by, see you. And then finally just is like, I'm out of other options. I don't know how to, I got to just tell the truth. And he reaches out and says the truth. Yep, he will. He absolutely will. Keep your thoughts positive and your hopes good. Because he gets through this as you get into Aquarius season. He'll come in and he'll come in correct. Aquarius energy changes everybody's perspective. Not to mention y'all are still in the year of 2025. We're still in the year of the snake. Just because Gregorian in the published calendar says it's January of 26, it's still snake energy. That's why January feels so sucky this year. It's like, it's still 2025. It technically is. Just because we decided to call it January 2026, God's like, that's not how the stars are lined up, but whatever you guys want. Things like the calendar is why God's like, free will was such a bad decision that day. What was I thinking? But give him into Aquarius season and he'll open back up. All right. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see. Next up is going to be Emil. I said that wrong. Sorry. Emil, and thank you so much for your generosity too. This portion of the reading sponsored by Emil. All right, let's see. Any new input? Finances 26. All right, let's see what's cooking on this one. All right, you're going to be at 115.15. That is a nice one. It'll work out even if he did cheat, so long as you forgive him. If you can't forgive him, Donna, God won't let him return. Anytime somebody's like, "Oh, if he cheated, I can't forgive that," God's like, "Oh, okay, well, no point. We'll move on." So he'll reach out as soon as you know unconditionally that you're like, I love him. Whatever he did while we were apart, I forgive him of it. At that moment, you watch how he wakes up like Rip Van Winkle. All right? Even though he's done bad things, he's still a children of God. So God will try to protect and choose peace. All right? Just so you know. I mean, you and I already know you will forgive him. So that's why we're in the clear. But there you go. That's the big Two of Swords test for you. Can you forgive him? All right. Emil, let's see. Hold on. I want to give you a new timestamp. Yeah, I want to give you 1:16:16. All right, we're gonna rewind it, but still give you a really cool timestamp on it. So Emil, what you been up to lately? This is milking the clock. No. All right, let's go, Emil. This one's all for you. All right, any new input on finances and legal issues? We're discovering some positive things for us, a little bit more optimistic. Nice. That is good to see. That's good. I know things, especially legal issues, and especially when stuff's going on to you personally, it can add so much extra stresses. The stuff I went through with Mama T and that alone, even everybody tell me it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. I'm like, yeah, but you're not the one going through it. I was mean to people and I didn't like that, you know, but it's understandable when people are going through stuff. All right, let's see. I put a Capricorn in check during all of it. Anyways, Two of Wands. Okay, all right, that's cool. The Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles into the Fool card. Oh, let the grown-ups do this, right? Okay, Two of Wands to the High Priestess. Actually, the Wheel of Fortune, this is the energy of the tides turning. You do realize the stuff we were talking about, it's exactly what's happening. They're gonna flake. All right, here's the thing on the positive stuff you were told about it. Your lawyers were told, give the bare minimum. Do not. It's almost like, here's the thing. You got told the bare minimum by your representation. Your representation already knows this is over and done with. They're just not sharing it with you just yet, okay? Deep down, it's the vibes that the other people involved have either settled, dismissed, walked away. Couldn't prove anything, right? Whatever that little bit of positive news you got behind the scenes, it's actually about 10 times even better than that, right? They're just Seven of Pentacles. They're just planning a little bit here and keeping the rest of it quiet, like, don't want to jinx ourselves, just give the bare minimum. You actually do wind up working out on this one even better than you're suspecting, and your attorneys already know it, okay? They're just giving you the bare point until you guys get to the date. But the cool thing behind the scenes is that your attorneys already know you're in the clear, okay? I'm being told it's not who your it's not what rewind, it's not what your attorneys know, it's who they know. Five of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't say that. Five of Pentacles on the Death card. Ace of Cups to the Justice card. This will finally put this behind you. I literally see you finally walking out of that court on this last date and appearance and just being like, oh, it's over. Then that clears the energies and all of a sudden you've got a renewed founding in life and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like me again. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful part about it. Fool card. I really feel by Aries season, March, April, your justice is served. Literally with the Justice card showing up here. The case is taking a major arcana turn for the better. Wheel of Fortune. All right? However relaxed you feel by the bit of good news you got, just so you know, you're going to feel so much better at the next communication. All right? Oh, my ear's twitching. I love it. Okay, I hope that helps. And thank you for your generosity, too. All right. Hey, Maxie. What up? Spitty hugs. All right, next up is going to be, what up, Shrek? What you doing? What up, Shrek? I still want to be donkey. I want to be donkey. All right, I don't know why I say it like that's Shrek's. I can't do Eddie Murphy. I got to watch a little bit of some Shrek clips so I can learn how to do Eddie Murphy's voice. I'll work on it. Unless you want me to talk like this, Shrek. I'll be Shrek, you'll be Hammers. Okay? Right? Anyways, Shrek, let's put you at 119.55. All right, let's see what we got for you. 119.55. Shrek. What do we have for Shrek? What do we have for Shrek? The Queen of Cups. Oh, whoa. As I laid the Queen of Cups down, I started hearing the Beatles song, She Loves You, playing in my head. Yes, she loves you, and you know you should be glad. I even got to have the woo, that happened too. So that was cool. All right. The Empress card. I'm receiving a message that she is finally burnt out on the old energy and ready for a real relationship. Heads up. Heads up. Ten of Wands, Page of Cups offer. She is over the past, and now she wants you. I can't even describe that it's not that vibes like she wants somebody older or more mature and she's coming your way. Nope, she has you on the brain. Okay? Let me see if I can get a timeline. Eight of Pentacles. Her work's getting in the way. That's why she hasn't made contact yet. Or it's something that happens in the next 8 days, maybe? Knight of Cups, there's the love offer. The Eight of Cups shows up with the Eight of Wands and the Fool card. This could be as close as 8 days a week. In the next 8 days, your relationship and your love life starts evolving and ascending. You're like, not a chance, Archer. I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you in a couple days. It's cool. It always happens when you least suspect it. It'll be a late night phone call too. And I mean late night, overnight, you're asleep when the phone goes off. All right? Page of Pentacles, by the way, if you're like, yeah, Archer, thanks for being nice to me. No, Page of Pentacles. God's actually like, no. Page of Pentacles, there's a message coming your way. All right. Hey, Maxie, it's just love. I'm still going to pull you a card. Let's see what we got for you. You guys totally get a card. Let's see what we got on this one. All right. The Chariot. Nice. The Star card. Aquarius season is when everything transforms. I wish I could tell you it happens before we get to Aquarius, but apparently you all need Aquarius energies for him to get out of his mind. Okay? Page of Swords. He's already watching. He's already been looking and trying to make plans. Okay? So the thing on this one that comes in with the Seven of Swords, the Star card, I see an end of transmission or data glitches. You're literally just typing it. It's not you. There's the energies up there in the universe right now. There's solar flares. There's very big shifts as we start getting ready to get that. You watch by the weekend, all y'all, glitching, cell phone issues, reception, Wi-Fi problems. You watch by the weekend, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Page of Swords to the Chariot. I don't know whereabouts you are in the world, but I can literally tell you, this is wild. I love when you flex God. I can literally tell you, look outside, you see the clouds in the air, and you'll exactly see why you're having issues with cell phone reception. The weather elements overhead in your area are caught. It ain't sunshine and blue skies and that big orange gaseous ball is glowing. It's like cold and it's foggy and the clouds are at a low ceiling. That's why the pressure in your area is getting worse. The lower the clouds are and the lower that ceiling is when you watch the weather in the morning, that lets you know how much the pressure is on in your area. And if a barometric pressure rises, it's an expansion vibe. You're in a vibe around the area that even with the pressures and the things happening, that's why there's issues with cell phone. And the infrastructure is growing. Oh, by the way, they're probably going to put data centers in too. Okay? So there's very big changes where your area will be having cell phone and internet and glitching energies, right? Okay? When this comes in on it, it's going to elevate, okay? Your area is going through like basically cell tower upgrades. There's behind the scenes, the network around you is being upgraded, and that's why there's glitches happening, okay? Moon card. It's all going on behind the scenes. You could literally, your cable goes out, you call up, oh yeah, there's an unexpected outage in your area. There's not an unexpected outage. They are literally out there upgrading the network for what they're putting in your area, and it's causing glitches. Like when a main transformer blows at a power station. They're upgrading the transformers because your area can't, your infrastructure in your area can't handle. Okay, we're done with my meteorology beats 6G. Oh, your area must be going to go 6G before everybody else. That makes sense. That's cool. Maxie. Hey, Maxie. Remember, while the rest of the world is focusing on World War III, what y'all need to be focusing on, everybody, is Civil War II. I'll leave that there. Okay, meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's get back into the love department. The shadow card. Meanwhile, your boo's doing his shadow work. You still call him your boo. You're still Ace of Swords. He's getting ready to reach out and text you with the High Priestess. If he can make it to Pisces season, I would be beyond shocked. I think in the next week or two, you guys, he's glitching too. Okay? So I think within the next Pisces season at the latest, you guys are on point. Empress, I'm being told I have to leave it at that for reasons I'm not allowed to divulge. I cannot give you a shorter timeline. God says that's as close as you can get. His mom's a part of the issue, I think. Okay? Oh, wow. That's some powerful energy vibes. Okay. Hope that helps. All right, now let's see. That was some deep stuff, Maxie. We got a deep energy cord right there. I don't know what frequencies you're tapped into, but no wonder your stuff glitches. No wonder you glitch. You're like 7G and you're working on a 5G network. It's all a metaphor, but you know what I mean? That was heavy. And it's hidden here in the cards and coffee. So many people won't even see it. They're lost. All right. Next up is Just Angie. Wishing Mama T and Melissa blessings. Oh, Melissa was a blessing keeping Mama T here. You know, many blessings coming Melissa's way for payoff for what she did here. All right. Kathy Gulk. Most internets can't handle, most anything can't handle Archer. Maxie, honey, hang on to your money. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you. Hey, at least we know we're protected when it happens. Go for it, CW2. That's weird. Whoa. Thank you. You're so generous. Okay, we're going to put Angie. You're going to be at 126.30. All right, let's see what we got for you. All right, give me something for Angie. That is so generous. All these super chats right now are helping the Mama T Foundation. We're keeping her bills on track. We're getting her fridge fixed up. Mama T's got this. All right, I just bought her a big wide sitting bench. It's really neat. It's kind of cool for her so she can get up and around and about. Page of Cups. I don't know why I just wanted to say your Sagittarius is going to reach out to you, Angie. But anyways, Six of Swords, Temperance, Page of Cups. Your person will reach out to you during Aquarius season. It's only a week or two away, Queen of Wands, because right now, like, your work is a little overwhelming. You got a lot of stuff going on. God's like, we don't want to put more on her plate. Plus, he's got a lot going on. When we enter into Aquarius season, the communication door opens up between the two of you guys. Eight of Wands and the World card. Right now, your person is working on closing out the old energetical door and coming your way. All right? You and your person, Angie, will thrive when we reach the actual new year and we actually enter into the year of the fire horse mid-February, okay? Aquarius season, you're going to love Aquarius season, all right? And Maxie, I don't know what we channeled, but thank you so much, all right? Oh, love you too. Spinny hugs. Love you too, Angie. You're an awesome sauce. All right. That was heavy, Max. Thank you so much. Queen of Cups, you are guaranteed love in 2026, just so you know. All right? Do with the info what you will. Anyways, it's cool. Guys, thank you so much. And we're done in time with everybody read, and I can still go and give Mama T her meds. Tell me that's not awesome sauce. God is good. God's like, no problem, Archer. We will set it up so that everybody gets read, and we're done and out the door on time. Fred Flintstone style. Yabba dabba doo. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to do a family message, and we'll do another Cards and Coffee tomorrow morning. Otherwise, make sure you guys drive safe, especially if you are in an area with a lot of gross snow outside, like what we're dealing with in Metro Detroit. All right, just drive safe. Make sure you eat something and have a good one. Right, girl? Thank you, Melissa. Thank you beyond belief. Angie, everybody. Emil, all of you guys. You guys are so generous, and it means the world to me. I love and am honored to read for you guys. All right? Okay, guys. On that note, I am punching out. So until tomorrow, tell me if this sounds like a live stream ending.